As you know, parenting is a lifetime job and doesn't stop. When a child grows up, children must be taught how to think, not what to think. Every child comes with the message that God is not yet discouraged of man. Behind every young child who believes in himself is a parent who believed first. Two of the greatest gifts we can give our children. These are roots and wings, because you can't have fruits without the roots, and you can't fly and go high without wings. Personally, I have never loved anybody the way I loved Javed too. Nickname Tauji. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can teach your children how they can protect themselves. There are some safety tips and rules. As a father, as a mother, as an elder brother and sister, it's your responsibility to guide them, to teach them how they can combat with such emergency situations, how they can keep themselves safe and secure even when the conditions are not favorable. So let's get started. Rule number one, tell them your name, number, and address. This is the golden rule of safety. Your child should learn your full name, contact number, and address. It would be better if she knows these details of both the parents, mother and father. Even if your kid is small, try and teach him these basic details so that it can be shared in case of any emergency situation. It would be an added advantage if they know the nearest landmark to their home or the route. You can also keep a tag with all the details in your child's pocket or bag. However, teach your children not to share these details with everyone, but only share them in case of an emergency. Rule number two, talking to strangers is a big no. Dear friends and colleagues, teach your children never ever to talk to anyone whom they don't know. Not all strangers are bad or will harm your child, but why we take a chance? There are so many cases of kidnapping that are increasing day by day. Kids are lured by strangers, by either a chocolate or a toy or anything tempting. Make it very, very clear to them that they are not allowed to talk or even take anything to eat from people they don't know. They should also be taught never to go anywhere with such people and raise an alarm like shouting or screaming loudly if someone approaches them. However, they should not scream at anyone and everyone, and learn to refuse politely if the person is not a complete stranger, like maybe a friend's relative who your child doesn't know. Make it your children's habit so that she or he would be safe when you are not around to monitor them. Rule number three, for the safety of your children, good touch and bad touch. Each and every child should know the difference between a good touch and a bad touch. No one should be allowed to touch your child inappropriately that can make her very uncomfortable. Again, since your presence is not possible everywhere, your child should know when to raise an alarm, when to call for help. They need shout out loud if someone touches them wrongly. Your children are more prone to this kind of abuse, so teach them young. Don't feel shy or embarrassed. Talk to your children about the difference between good and bad touch. There are a lot of videos available on YouTube that you can show them so that they understand the difference and know what to do if they experience this. You can see on the right hand side, this is the difference between bad touch, good touch, and maybe something you don't like. The marking of green shows it's a good touch. This is only you can touch the hands of a child. But if you are touching mouth, cheeks, chest, or the parts between your legs, it's a bad touch. It's not allowed. And your child must know if he or she will not cry or tell to their parents or teacher, maybe he or she will be in deep trouble. Childs are innocent, but you can understand and you can guide them, you can teach them. It's more important than the books they are being taught by their teachers about science, geography, art, about the information technology. Safety rule number 4: never climb a wall, fence, or a tree. Everyone knows kids are adventurous and curious. Special care must be taken when they are out playing in the school or the park, and also when they are home with the nanny. Tell them clearly that they are not supposed to climb any wall or a high area to fetch anything. They can call for help if required. Also, when they are at home, they should not go to terrace or stand in the balcony alone. Advise the nanny to keep doors to the balcony and terrace locked at all times. If they will climb high up on a tree, there is a chance of fall, and falling incident is catastrophic. Most of the time, it's deadly. Dear friends and colleagues, you are on the platform of safety first life. Today we are talking about safety rules for children, how we can protect our children from harm and abuse. If you are new on Safety First Life, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon. And if you find the video is informative, then share it with parents, with your friends and colleagues. Maybe it will help someone to keep their kids safe. Let us discuss now rule number 5: playing with fire and sharp objects totally not allowed. Kids should be kept away from the kitchen or any source of fire and sharp objects like knives, blades, and scissors. Keep matchsticks, lighters, and candles away from their reach. Induction cooktops are a safer option for cooking, especially when kids are around. Try switching to that if possible. Your kid should know he is not allowed to play with fire at any time. Rule number 6: your child should be aware of the school emergency procedures. Dear friends and fellows, every school has a procedure in place to handle emergencies like earthquakes, floods, bomb scare, fires, etc. Make sure that your child is aware of the same. Touch base with the school authorities to check if the children are trained on these procedures. Rule number 7: handling emergency situations at home. A natural calamity can occur anywhere, anytime, even you are at home. Earthquakes have become prone nowadays, and it is important to train your children on how to tackle an emergency situation, like when they are at home with their nanny, so that they don't panic. Lay down the safety rules on what to do when there is an earthquake, like move out immediately to an open area. Don't use the lift and move under the bed or a wooden dining table if possible. Similarly, in case of a fire, they should move out as soon as possible and call the fire brigade for help. Rule number 8, safety gear while playing. Yes, children love to play, but they also need to be taught to stay safe while playing. Safety gears should be a must when they are out to play. A proper helmet while riding a cycle, knee and elbow guards while skating or playing cricket, swimming cap, goggles when in the pool or some of them. Make sure that your child knows the importance of using the same and how can they safeguard them from probable injuries. In other words, this is something about personal protective equipment. As for the nature of the game, they must be equipped with the relevant safety gear. In short, I can say your child must know the safest way to participate in organized sports activities. Rule number 9, never step out or wander alone. This rule again is very essential as some kids, being hyper active and curious, love to do things alone, which include stepping out alone. Make sure you lay this rule very assertively to your child that he or she is not supposed to go alone anywhere, especially in secluded areas in school. Taking a teacher, a guardian, a help, a nanny is a must as wandering alone that cause serious trouble, not only for your child, but for the rest of the family too. The last rule, rule number 10, if you get lost, don't panic. A child may get lost when you are out for shopping in the supermarket or a mall. It is imperative to train children to handle such a situation so that they don't panic. They should stay where they are and try and ask help from some other mom around or go to any counter and inform the personnel that they are lost. If they are aware of your contact details as mentioned in rule number 1, they can reach you quickly and so easily. Dear friends and colleagues, children are the gifts of God Almighty. It is yours and mine responsibility to save them, to protect them, to teach them how they can fight, how they can combat, how they can acknowledge, how they can identify the crucial unsafe conditions or the situations. As parents, if you are able to memorize these 10 points, 10 safety rules, I hope you can help your kids to stay safe and you can give them awareness, alertness, how they can handle such emergency situations. As Pauji is my player and proud. Similarly, your kids are your pride and you're proud. Save them from harm. Protect them from all types of abuses. And that's all for now.